Good morning, everybody. It's something a little different today. Usually don't see this. I usually don't get to hunt at home a whole lot, so got the opportunity to hunt today, and it's a U hunt in Pohakuloa training area. It's a military area that I've hunted since I was a kid. I think the last time I came hunting here was probably in 2018, maybe. So it's been a while. There's been a lot of changes. Maybe through this video, I'll kind of go over some of those changes and some of the things I think. But right now, yeah, we're just looking for ewes today. That's all we can hunt. The the Pohakuloa military, and then even the state too. For quite a while, many years, I've been wanting female of the species hunt, for population management. And today, we actually have some of that in the last few years. Some here, some on Lanai, but yeah, I kind of want to go over some information on that, maybe for folks that are interested. But we're gonna go hunting a little bit. I don't have another hunt till IBEX in January in New Mexico, so come along and see if we can have some fun. Alright, spotted a small group kind of working their way in over here. But there's sheep all over out here. Looks like there's a couple hunters waiting for this group to walk out, and then I think I saw somebody I know with a crossbow waiting out there. So kind of more disabled hunter. So instead of going after these, I'll kind of sneak around, let these be. Hopefully they work to them and they get some success. I said I heard a shot earlier. I think they missed, unfortunately. So they're still hunting. I'm just gonna see if I can get on this small group here and see what happens. It's public hunting. You gotta share the place. So hopefully they'll get this opportunity. Looks like they're walking that way. So let's go check these out. I think I got in front of them here, but hard to tell. It's so still. So we'll peek around and see what we see. just fired one. I didn't say it at the beginning of the video, but I did mention that I have you know, that New Mexico ibex tag coming up, and I'm very heavily prepped for extended ranges, shooting in the wind, those kinds of very technical kinds of shots. And I have a ibex. My arrow build is a little lighter than I like, so I have some questions how that will perform out at distance with mechanical broadhead, since I'm shooting distance, and you know, my short draw, and I got about just under a 26 and 3/4 inch draw, so I kind of wanted to come out here and get a shot that's kind of at distance. I know some people will say that's a bit unethical or whatever it is, but you know, you gotta know your own limitations, and sometimes, you know, you can test all day at home and shoot stuff, but something like real world experience out here. So I kind of wanted an extended shot just to see how the broadhead would perform, and I made a hit, really pretty good hit. Maybe it's a little back, but we'll see. My first stalk didn't pan out. The wind kind of swapped around a bit, and now it's totally blowing the other way, but it's totally blowing toward the sheep I just shot at. So but yeah, it was pretty out there. Looked like it passed through real easy, so really happy with that result. And let's go wait a little while, and let's go see how they do. Looks like they're winding me now. They're kind of moving around, so we'll go check it out. Alright, so I actually can kind of see my arrow sticking out of the base of the tree there, so definitely got to pass through. So that's really promising. A couple of sheep still standing here. She kind of ran off to a side corner, so instead of walking right up there, I'm gonna kind of take a high ground, check out that basin that she walked into first before sneaking in there. It's only about little after 8 o'clock, so I think I started walking from the car, my Corolla, at about little after 7 maybe. So, you know, we've barely hunted an hour really, and you know, it's not a super difficult hunt. It's pretty chill. Not gonna try to make it out to be something that it isn't, but still fun. It's still meat, and you know, we still gotta control the populations that are out here. I'll get into that later, because this area has changed, you know, a ton over the decades, and you know, I think a lot of managers and people today that are looking at the environment that we have, I don't think they understand there's a lot of history. There's decades of change, and they kind of tend to look in the short term, kind of what's happening, but there's a long history of what's happened here, and I'll get into that a little later. But man, there's animals everywhere. I see some more sheep over there, but yeah, it's a cool little place. It'd be a great place for like a youth hunt or getting more people into bow hunting. Very target rich. So let's go see if we can catch up with this ewe. Well, I went up on that high spot behind me, and I could see her down just in the next draw over there, so not too far track, but let's go see if we can go pick up my arrow here. Pretty sure I could see it from where I shot. It's a long ways off, but pretty sure I saw it, so it should be laying in the tree somewhere over here. So here we go. Oh, it's stuck in the dirt pretty good. Wow, I'm really happy with that. It's pretty extended range. I'm not gonna say, because the ethics police are gonna attack me probably, but anyway, yeah, it's stuck in the dirt at least, I don't know, let's see, up to about there. So do the animal in the dirt, little bit of gut and blood, on here. It was a little bit back hit, but it looked like it exited a little bit more forward. I could see the exit where she's down over there, but yeah, really happy with the shot. This is a folks want to know what it is. I don't know if they do, but I shoot these for my target arrows when I go to like Reading or outdoor competitions. It's a, if you can read that, it's a Easton Pro Comp. It's a 340 spine. That's what I shoot in my 5mm axis too, 340 spine. But it's tipped with I'm just using the aluminum half out. Some people say the aluminums are pretty weak and to get the titanium ones, but I don't know. I don't have that much energy, you know. Like I said, just under 27-inch draw, about 26 3/4, 70 pounds. So I don't have a whole ton of energy. So I really haven't bent any of these aluminum outserts yet. So they're pretty good. I heard horror stories of the first few ones. Maybe Easton has improved them over time, but pretty good. Wow, this is still sharp. So it's a Sever 100 grain mechanical. I tend to want to shoot mechanicals at long range just because of the forgiveness, and the accuracy and consistency is a bit better. But you know, I'm hunting small sheep here. They're very small targets. They're not very thick-skinned or anything like that. So this is, you know, ample. Total arrow. Also the back, it's the 275 tack vanes. Just using a pin knock and the Easton G pins. Just pretty much like a target arrow. And well, I like to compete, and I know this works really good. They're very consistent, and just figured I'd try them, get them ready for the ibex hunt, and looks like it's gonna work out good. But yeah, like I said, the sheep here, they're not very thick-skinned. They're very small. The ibex maybe a little bigger, maybe a little bit thicker coat, maybe. I don't know. Our sheep are pretty woolly here, but oh, it's a whole herd of sheep walking by. But yeah, for the most part, looks pretty good. So let's go pick her up and check her out. Oh gang, there she is, the U in Pohakuloa training area. So like I said in the beginning of the video, it's a military training area of the Pacific. They do a lot of live fire and everything, not too far from here in the impact area and the various ranges. But yeah, just a cool hunt. It was a U hunt today, only U's. I saw quite a few herds of sheep, and actually between when I last saw you guys and now coming to recover her, another group of maybe 50-60 sheep ran by, and just cool. Like, it's been a while since I went sheep hunting at home. But yeah, we got Mauna Loa in the background, and the other way is Mauna Kea. Just a beautiful day. Didn't make the best shot. It's a little bit of mid-body there, but gotta be honest with you guys, this is a very small target to be shooting pretty far away. So see, it's a mid-body hit, but he got my hand 8 inches, and the kill zones are smaller than 8 inches. Maybe like the center of my palm, maybe around 5 inches. So they're very small animals, but we love them here locally. A lot of people live off of them, eat these as part of their meals and sustenance, and as well as do I. There's always sheep in my freezer. If I'm lucky enough, sometimes I have access deer when I get to travel to Lanai and Molokai. But yeah, this is gonna go in the freezer. Yeah, that's the fun of hunting. You get to share these experiences with everybody else. They get to eat the meat, and you guys get to hunt together. I was supposed to have a buddy today. Keaton was supposed to come with me today, but he got sick. I don't think he got the corona action, but or the Megatron or whatever variant they got out there now. But I think they told him he got some virus and he had to stay home. And well, I can't get sick, because if I get sick, then I gotta stay away from work. And to be honest, yeah, people a little sensitive about getting sick nowadays. So Keaton couldn't join me today. Bummer. Would have loved to have him here, but yeah, we had fun. Got to test out my ibex arrow. So it's not the final, but looking pretty good so far. Pretty happy with it. So yeah, well, let's get this girl cleaned up and get the meat out of here. Got all cleaned up, got the 4 quarters off, back straps. I kind of do a gutless method, so I don't have to take off everything, but yep, back straps, loins, 4 quarters, and ready to go. I'd film more of it if I had someone to film for me, but hey, kind of solo here, so it is what it is. It's gonna be some good meat. Just get it out of here, and it's gonna be enjoyed by all of my friends and family. But anyway, I don't know if you can hear, it's got a little windy on the microphone, but anyway, yeah, for the ethics police, making sure you take all the meat and all that stuff. Here we go. There ain't much meat really. Let's see here. This is my meat bag. I've kind of got it all spread out so it can kind of cool down first, but yeah, I don't know, maybe it's only maybe just shy of 20 pounds, not even that. The whole animal I could pick it up with one hand, so she was pretty light. They're pretty small, thin animals, but if you shoot a really big poly deformed ram, or a big mature ram, they can get pretty heavy. But especially up on the high altitude area up there, if you guys have seen maybe some of my my other videos hunting up there, the sheep are much bigger in body size. Down here, it's just not as harsh elements, and if you can look around, it's getting pretty denuded. We'll talk about that on the way out, but yeah, for what it's worth, it's meat. We're gonna enjoy it. Okay gang, on the way out, if you guys only wanted to watch the hunting, you can stop it here instead of listen to my fat head talk on the way out. But I got some things that I thought might be pretty important for like the local hunters here. You guys have half eyes and a little bit of a brain. You'll notice eradication and fences are going up in a lot of your public hunting places locally here, and a lot of things are environmentalism and whatever. I'm not saying it's good or bad, but the net effect of that is generally you're gonna have less public hunting area, and as we maintain hunter numbers or grow hunter numbers, the area is gonna get more crowded, more people in less area. It's just what it is. So play that out, and there won't be much of a future for public hunting here. If you guys follow my stuff, you know that I've spent a lot of time with the hunter advocacy and all of that, getting legislation done, working with government entities, public entities, and even the hunters getting support for these things. Got the state game commission, all these things. Some of these things never turned out the way I wanted them to be, or the way the group that we was working with wanted them to be, but hey, that's politics. Nothing's perfect, and I can have hours and hours of of information that I think for the local hunter here that is interested in these things, that could really open your eyes into what situation public hunting is in here, in Hawaii. And it's not good. I don't want to be negative, but it's not good. The future is pretty rough. But coming back to this U hunt is a step in the right direction. A lot of this area when I was a kid never used to be this open. Like, there'd be whole areas in here thick with a veil and grass and brush that you couldn't walk through. So today there's not a single place in here you can't walk through. Over the past couple decades or so, there's just been so many changes. Big fences which kind of constrain where the animals can live, albeit they eradicated those fences for environmentalism, endangered plants, archaeological stuff, whatever. But it has effects outside of the fence, and I think if there are environmentalists watching this, they're so hyper-focused on, locally here, hyper-focused on what's inside of the fence, that they don't think about what's outside of it. When you build a fence, you really change a lot of things, and in this case, with Pohakuloa. A lot of places animals would go and feed instead and kind of spread out their impact. Has now been shrunk to what's left, and now they impact what remains very heavily. And couple that with increased training, so less hunting opportunities, reducing how much animals hunters take, and then also not having hunting in general, not having the data and the population dynamics really studying that. I know it's changing slowly over time, but it's not happening quick enough. As you can see, trees are dying, vegetation is disappearing, and while I'm a hunter and I like to see lots of game, and that's fun to me too, the truth is this habitat's going downhill, and it needs to change. And I don't know if maybe it's too late already, but I just want to put this information out there to know, for the folks that are listening locally, that somebody's watching this. I've been watching this for decades, since I was a kid to where I am today, following the politics, following the science, the real science, and even the political science. But we got to do better. Hunting ewes are good. It cuts down the ewe population, hopefully, which would hopefully in turn reduce the reproductive rate. Hopefully in turn, long term, the amount of take can be managed to the amount of reproduction in the animals out here, right? So we're not reproducing more animals than we're taking, and making the herd bigger and bigger till they eat themselves out of grass and home, and they all die of starvation in the next drought. And I think anybody watching from Lanai, Molokai, Maui, with the axis deer stuff that's been happening over the last maybe decade or so, you get the droughts and you have overpopulated deer and they just start dying everywhere. That's disgusting. That's gross. Hunters play a key role in managing that. The alternative is you send in the government with chopper gunners or whatever it is, and you get paid eradicators to just mow stuff down. It's a wild resource in Hawaii. It's kind of crazy that just politically, hunters, we get cast to the side, and I think we play a huge role as far as looking out for the resources, being out here, promoting a healthy lifestyle. I think today I just saw a couple older gentlemen that I know, elders, not older, elders, we gotta be PC, whatever, but hey, they're out here hiking, getting exercise, eating lean protein, not that processed crap in the supermarket or at the fast food stuff. And this is super cool. I mean, I'm sure there are some parents out here taking their kids out hunting, whatever it is. I was once a kid one time, and it's an amazing resource. It's so big, and I think it's taken for granted. And I don't know that, man, I just don't know that there are local people here with the sphere of influence and voice to really get that message out, to really show how serious all these things are. It all matters. And getting back to, we need to do better. Ewe hunts is a step in the right direction for game management here. The doe hunts on Lanai, even before the Game Commission started, I was advocating for doe tags, I don't know, back in 2011 maybe. And shortly after, it took a little bit, but finally there are doe tags, and that's been super good. I think those numbers are being managed far better than they were before with all the hunting. But similarly here in the military area, I think we need to do the same. We gotta get more hunting in here somehow. We gotta look at the overall herd size, look at the habitat, and make some adjustments, because if we don't, and the trend continues, a lot of this area is turned into a dust bowl, and it never was like that. I guess it can't burn from wildfire anymore, right? A lot of fires on the west side, so there's nothing to burn on the ground. It can't catch fire, I guess. But the truth is, it's a dust bowl and it's a desert, and it's just a matter of time before a bunch of political environmentalists come and take a photo of that and use that as ammunition for the next, government contractors to come in and mow down this place and waste the animals, so to speak. So if we don't get it figured out in the short term here, I think bad things are going to happen. It's just not going to. the hunting community is just not gonna like it. It's gonna look ugly for the public. It's gonna be a mess all over again. Eradications have always been a mess. They happen all the time. So if anybody at Pohakuloa staff is watching this, commander, the game manager, or whatever it is, I've met some of them in the past and worked with the past ones, and a lot of things have changed. People change and staff changes, but hey, I know you're trying. Hopefully, I know things take a while to get done, but I wish I could help more. I just don't have the time to show up for the meetings and do all that stuff anymore. Just life, getting a house done, career. I'm at that point in my life and age that I gotta get my shit together and got a lot of work to do. But anyway, yeah, we need a serious game management system here. I know there's a lot of training, limited hunting, but there's weekdays, people are working. There's no training, some big lulls in no training, stuff like that in the winters, maybe when people are on holidays or whatever. We should have funding. You got to manage these numbers to get them down. I'm not saying just because I like hunting. I'm just saying because I think the future is not good if we continue down this road, especially with all the road kills out on the road. It now affects non-hunters, people that don't even, environmentalists or hunters. Now it's non-hunters, people on the road, motorists that don't even care about this stuff. Suddenly you're probably gonna start bitching, hey, too much animals, you gotta kill them all, blah blah blah, and in all that crisis, you're gonna make some pretty crazy decisions that I think, with some planning, with some game management, using hunters in a very smart way and deploying hunters in a good way to manage numbers, I think you can stave off some of these problems. But you can't get them all away, but you can hopefully mitigate some of it. And yeah, I know I've been to the staff meetings. I've seen how hard it is to get stuff done. Some people don't want to work, too much process and red tape and BS and whatever. But hey, I care about the land. I care about the hunting. I care about the hunting community we have. I think it's awesome, and I want to see it here for a while. I mean, God, it would just suck to watch it disappear, and all we're gonna have left in Hawaii is just friggin' fishing that might get crowded because everyone hunting might go fishing instead, and then a bunch of tourists to support all of the jobs over here. And man, it's just gonna be crowded beaches and crowded landscapes without any care to hunting or this natural kind of stuff. I think this is super cool. We have a unique opportunity in Hawaii, but it's gonna take more work. It's gonna take, again, I come back to it, it's gonna take game management. Get the numbers, get the data, get the population, get the habitat, get the metrics, and get it done. Have some planning into what we take, why we take, and how many, and all this other stuff. I could go off on some big stories and some of the experts in charge, how they totally opposed me of them counting the numbers, know how much numbers are in an area, figure out how many you need to take, use real data, real friggin' science. You'd be impressed who is against hunters doing that. And all I gotta think is that they're with the environmentalist lobby, I guess, or they're just pure incompetent. I don't know, but yeah, maybe they're environmentalist lobby, maybe it's political. Environmentalists, they don't want to see hunters here doing well. They don't want to see us utilizing, as a low-cost way of managing numbers and having a lifestyle of wild activities and wild game and wild meat and lean meat and all that stuff. I don't know why they're so against hunters helping and doing things better. They're so hell-bent on an eradication policy everywhere and fence everything up, and I don't know, it's just an ideology, maybe a lot of funding, maybe big money. You can go down a list of stuff. But anyway, yeah, I just wanted to put out some of that. I've been here a long time, and while I love this hunt and happy to share it with you guys, I also feel some sense of duty that I have to also share the information that I've accumulated over the years, working with the public hunting and stuff. And I don't do it anymore, like I said, just because I got other things to do and a lot of priorities. But You know, maybe in some smaller sense I'm able to just do it here with the social media or YouTube or whatever, reach more audience that way. So I don't know, hopefully that was useful for you guys. Hopefully you had fun watching the video. If you guys are subscribed or supporting or following, thank you very much. It means a lot to me. I just do this on my free time. But anyway, I'm almost here at the car. Just got a couple hundred yards to walk. So catch you guys in the next one. And yeah, take to heart some of that what I just threw out there. You know, public hunting here is got a very shaky, uncertain future, and there are some very common sense things we need to be doing that, oh my god, aren't happening. So again, take care. Aloha guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Bye bye.